study going towards, you know what I'm saying? What is the goal, you know? And these three basic laws are actively used in my martial arts. That's why I look kind of different. One thing about my martial arts we started from the synergy of opposites, which is if you could punch, you know, then you can kick. Since they're opposites, there shouldn't be no distinction. If you get hit, strike, that means you can grapple. Grappling is opposites, you know, it all connects. And we start from that premise, so when we do actually practice the martial art, it flows from one to the other, like a dam, like you releasing a dam and you see the water hitting this dugout and then to the other dugout. It's a flux. A lot of times, martial arts, even popular MMA and all these other martial arts, they approach the subject of martial arts in a Eurocentric manner, and that's why they talk about a lot of specialifications. You know, that's why they have mixed martial arts, because one-sided martial arts like a lot of things. The whole other side, you know what I'm saying? It's funny though, you know. But you know, all that comes together. Even weapons, being armed and unarmed, there's no difference between the two. That's why they transform into each other. If you don't know that, you can't use it. It's just like if your body is paralyzed, you don't know your body and you can't move it. It's just like if your arm is paralyzed, you're not aware of your arm. And I mean, like that's some simple stuff, you know. And a lot of martial arts is over chauvinistic and machoism, you know, because they're afraid of their own feelings. They're afraid. That means when they go into battle, they're afraid of going too close to the enemy. They think it's a weakness or something, you know what I'm saying? But African martial arts, that's why collectively we call our martial arts wrestling, which shows you a historical marker on martial arts. Wrestling is the closest point two human beings can get to in combat. I'm not saying that wrestling it always going to be a way of you know, how the Greco-Romans wrestle. That's not what I'm talking about. Wrestling in Africa means any type of means necessary to get your enemy helpless. You know what I'm saying? And your enemy is anybody that's trying to get rid of you. You know, it's not like you trying to create enemies and stuff like that. That's why a lot of people need history, so they have that social collective middle. You know, instead of acting like it's an individual thing. And that's one of the things we want to get up. And that's why my martial arts flow from one to the other. And even if I say it's this name, the whole substance is totally different. You know, it's always changing because time is timeless. Yeah. So you know, that's what it is. And the thing is, I try to balance all my different qualities as a family. I look at grappling, trapping, boxing, kicking, wrestling, weapons, tripping, groundwork, exercising, juicing, you know, all these work as a family, you know what I'm saying, as a community, it's communal, you know. The basic and the most advanced way of looking at reality is as a family, unless you think you're a cold robot or artificial together, you know. People that use that mentality of artificial fakeness and high tunage type of stuff see things as separation, because that's the only way you could get away with stuff without having responsibility, because you separated, you know, power you have responsibility. Go back to that power and responsibility, you separate and say, oh, we don't have nothing to do with your leave us alone. Like, no, that's the only way to act. Even in martial arts, God is everything. The computer, talking to you, whatever you do, it's not separation of opposites, it's a weakness, it's an insecurity, you know what I'm saying? And then you need much more breading for that tiny shrimp you call a shrimp in the first place. And that's what it is, you know? And the thing is that, like, since jabbing and, not jabbing, but boxing, striking with the feet are opposites. They are interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't opposites and they didn't have nothing to do with each other, how the hell would change one into the other? And that's the weakness of people approaching martial arts or sports or whatever endeavor with separation logic or Eurocentric logic. I think it's a universal logic of human beings, which is not, you know. If it was a universal logic of human beings, computers would think 1 + 1 = 2. So, you know. And that's what it is. Yeah. We do use quantity and quality. Yeah. We measure our stuff, and that's why I point out sensitivity and flexibility as the most basic thing, and not the only thing. I'm just saying, like, that's the ancient thing or the foundation. I'm not saying the basement of the house is the whole house. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's streaming. You know what I'm saying? That comes from Eurocentric logic. That's the byproduct of that. That's what it is. We try to approach it in a holistic manner, divine manner, complete manner. And they just interchangeable names of the same thing. When we say divine, that means complete in itself. Not like it, not artificial, organic. And, you know, it doesn't mean totally spiritual or totally material. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when people believe in the creator, you gotta be thankful for what that creator created. You know what I'm saying? If he never created nothing, can that creator be created? Just like if somebody was called themselves a reader, you ain't gonna read it if you never read nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple. It's not no, you know, I might get my feelings hurt, you know, or, you know, insecurities, or, you know. And sometimes, you know, it hurts when you try to pull a splinter out of somebody's leg. You know what I'm saying? It hurts the person you're trying to heal. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, things get worse before they get better. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kinks we gotta work out. We do use that in certain proportions of sensitivity and flexibility produces other qualities of sensitivity and flexibility. You know, if you know how to use the laws correctly, you can flip. The martial arts is endless. It's not no final product. It's impossible. Real martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Real martial art is always, it's a life process. You know what I'm saying? You can't be just a teacher and not be a student at the same time. You constantly gathering information. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fact. Constantly doing that. Like as soon as you cease to become a student, you cease to become a teacher at the same time. As soon as night comes, I mean, this planet is gone, there's not no day either. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. How? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny though, it's so simple, you know what I'm saying? But people always think the complexity is what is the shit, you know what I'm saying? What a fad, what is superficial is the shit. You know, you look at look like a certain way, it's the shit instead of looking at somebody's heart, which is unseen. People hate, scared, they fear the unseen. You know what I'm saying? They fear people that have things inside of their heart instead of all these, you know what I'm saying, BS, facade, how when you said